Welcome back to another lesson, guys. This is the first lesson in ratios, and we're going to just begin by looking at what is a ratio and how do we write a ratio. Let's jump in. So let's just begin by talking about what is a ratio. So a ratio is us comparing two or more quantities of the same kind. So if we use these green and blue dots as an example, and we compare the number of green dots to the number of blue dots, well, we have 4 green dots to 3 blue dots, which means we have a ratio of 4 to 3. Now, when we're working with ratios, it's really important that they are in the same unit. So here we have the comparison of 13 seconds to 3 minutes. And we can see that we've got the units of second and minutes, but we need to have that same unit. So the best way to do this, so same units are important, is to convert 3 minutes to however many seconds there are. Now, 1 minute is 60 seconds, so 3 minutes is 3 times 60, which gives us 180 seconds. So we're going to be comparing 13 seconds to 3 minutes by saying that 13 seconds is compared to 180 seconds, which gives us then a ratio of 13 to 180. The next little rule when it comes to ratios is that the ratios have to be whole numbers, okay? So ratios must be whole numbers with no decimals and no fractions. So in this case, we're going to compare 209 grams to 1.3 kilograms. And then what we're going to do is we're going to convert that 1.3 kilograms to grams by multiplying by 1,000, which gives us 1,300 grams. Okay, so then we're going to say, well, 209 grams compared to 1,300 grams gives us a ratio of 200 to 9 to 1,300. Now, if this was 209 just compared to 1.3, what we would do is just multiply both of them by 10 to make them 2,090 and 130 so that we move that decimal point to the end. But we can do some more examples on that later. The final step is comparing amounts or quantities is that we put it in the correct order. So with a glass of cordial, we have 4 parts of water to 1 part of cordial. So we write this as a ratio. We say, well, there's 4 parts of water to 1 part of cordial. We talked about that water first, so that's the first part of our ratio, comparing that to our second part, which is our water. So we say that we have a ratio of 4 to 1, okay? Let's do an example, a bit of a worded example with a couple of different questions in it. So a tray contains 4 pistachio, 9 choc pudding, 7 caramel, and 5 black forest macaroons. Okay, write the ratio comparing the number of pistachios to caramel to black forest macaroons. Now, you can see here we've got 3 parts, which means we're going to have 3 comparisons. So we have 4 pistachios to 7 caramel to 5 black forest. So we say we have a ratio of 4 to 7 to 5. So we can have multiple ratios in that as well. Okay. Chocolate pudding macaroons to the total number of macaroons. So this is a ratio. Well, the total number of macaroons there are 4 plus 9 is 13, plus 7 is 20, plus 5 is 25. So there is 25 macaroons. So that gives us a ratio of 9 to 25. Part B, so we're going to again take those macaroons and write the number of caramel and black forest macaroons as a fraction of the total. Now we're doing this because ratios are strongly related to fractions and percentages, and we're going to see that right now as well. So caramel and black forest macaroons as a fraction of the total number of macaroons. So what we're going to do first is write this. I want to write this as a ratio. So there are 7 caramel macaroons and 5 black forest, which gives us a total of 12. So we have 12 to the total number of 25. Now to write this as a fraction, we write this as 12 over 25. Remembering to always simplify any fractions But that'll come up in our next topic when we look at working with ratios, so we'll learn to simplify them. Final step, pistachios and choc pudding macaroons as a percentage of the total number of macaroons. So pistachio and choc pudding, there are 4 pistachio and 9 choc pudding. So that gives us a ratio of 13 to 25. Now, remembering to convert or to create a percentage, we want to first find our fraction, which is 13 over 25, and we're going to multiply that by 100. So 13 over 25 times by 100 gives us a total of 52%. That's it, guys. Thanks for watching, and remember, if you do have any questions, please make sure you ask. Otherwise, we will see you in the next lesson. Thanks, guys.